Daddy rather, 88th birthday. We want to hear all the stories, Grandpa.
All the stories?
Yeah.
All the stories.
What date is it, Jeannie?
I don't have to say that. It's on the camera.
Roses are red, violets are blue too?
Yeah.
What's the rest of that?
That's a good story.
Oh boy, how I like to stick it to you.
Grandpa!
You know,
I never heard that.
your great-grandchildren are going to be watching this, so keep it clean.
You asked me.
Well, what did you say? What did you say to the girls that were started talking to you today in the restaurant?
Oh, wait a minute. What girls?
Up in the honey bun.
A honey bun.
Oh, you ordered a honey bun. There's nothing wrong with that.
Come on, now, Daddy, tell us about your stories when you were a little boy.
Tell us about going to school.
Little boy going to school.
How you met Emmett, remember?
Oh,
You
yeah,
told me
we
that
were
story.
pals years ago.
Okay. Tell about the one
Tell you about the stealing the milk?
Yes.
Okay, that's a good one.
You didn't steal it, did you? You just borrowed it
No, they
temporarily,
stole
right?
Oh, we were barring and drinking it.
He's going to bring it back one of these days.
Okay, what's the story?
The story is they didn't have refrigerators them days, you know. They had just those ice boxes. You put ice in and cool stuff off. But when it was a cool night, they used to put the milk out the window down the Moquette Road. And all the windows were low. You know, they put them out there. So I said to Emmett, when we're up in Orchard Street, I said to Emmett, I said, let's go down the Moquette Road down there and see if there's any milk on the windows that we can borrow.
Borrow, yeah.
All right, we down. And to get to the window, we had it was a whole length from here, the steps to the window, to walk in. And there was an air shed here with it. And Emmett says, I'll get in the air shed and I'll eat chickie. You go in and get the milk. All right, I go in, I grab the bottle of milk, and I come out, everything was all right. We went up on Orchard Street, and we're having a party there, drinking milk, drinking milk. And we had a good time, and the next day, Emmett says, let's go down and get another quart of milk down we got last night. Oh, I know you're going down. Come on, we get down. All right, we get down and see what the hell's going on. We went down there, and there was a half a quart of milk on the window. And I said to Emmett, all right, let's go up.
Same window?
Yeah, you know, and he stops, he said, you son of a, and he stopped again. You got it. So you as the guys coming down and stealing the milk every night. Oh, we didn't steal no milk. We only took this one here. Don't tell me that. Somebody got a quart of milk last night. It wasn't us. So he says, I'm going to take him down to the police station. His wife says, take him home. Don't take him to the police station. Let the parents decide what to do with them. And boy, they took me home first because my house was first. His was after. And brother, I got it good. No more stealing milk for Angelo Fragola. And Emmett got home and he got a spanking, brother. He'll never forget. He couldn't sit down. He said, no more stealing for Emmett Moran. We better quit that business. And we quit.
No, but you used to steal from the rag man. You
Oh,
used
yeah,
to go
that's-
up into
yeah,
the
yeah.
apartments.
They had junk men coming around. They had the bells on the wagon, you know, with a horse and wagon, you know, coming up. And he was hollering, hey, rags. They used to buy the bones, too. Bones, bottles, and all that, you know. And we were up in the
Bobbles
empty
and
rooms.
beads. We can't get rid
We
of
were up in the empty rooms there. Was empty rooms. They were saying, hey, mister, you want to buy some rags? Yeah, how much you got? We got two bags. He said, bring up 2 bags, come up. When he come up, we run down the back way. He was going up, nobody there. We're down to stealing the rags off his wagon.
Selling them back to him?
Well, we sold them to another guy. He come back, son of a beach of those guys are stealing my rags and calling me up. They don't got the rags. And he was going wild. And we robbed his wagon.
Did your parents find out about that one?
No.
No, they never were outside.
No.
Another time when we did have rags to sell, he used to grab the scale that they had that scale that you
Hold up.
hold in your hand, you know. He used to bend the scale down like this, you know.
Oh,
We were only kids, you know. And he's jipping on a pound. You know, I didn't catch wise right away, you know. Because if it's not held straight, you're not going to get the right weight. And I said, why do you hold a scale like that? Oh, now I can see better. See better? But then I began putting two together. He's robbing me. So that's why we're
Got even
robbing
with the
him.
rest.
Made it even, huh?
Made it even. And we used to run from Orchard Street to the Big Egg. You ever hear the
To
Big
the
Egg?
what?
You never heard
Big
it?
Big 8.
Yeah, egg. It was right at the end of the carpet shop on Lake Avenue. It was a Big Egg, and it was a club there. The Big Egg Club.
Well, that's the gay club now. It's called Playpen.
Paint,
Whoa.
there's a store there.
Yeah.
The store.
Across the street.
But the egg ain't there. They took the egg away.
But it was shaped like an egg.
Yeah, regular egg,
Really?
regular egg, regular egg. Oh, it was big as that table, I'll tell you the truth, but in the shape of an egg.
You know,
You know?
What was
John
it there for?
and Julie lived there.
They named the club after the egg, the Big Egg,
Like it.
Oh.
the Big Egg.
What does he do there for a living?
So we used to race
Dan has a good
from Orchard Street to the Big Egg, nude, no clothes on.
Oh my God, the original street food.
Everybody's going down in the...
You never told us this one.
I didn't know
Angelo.
that one.
How old were you then? 37.
Did anybody ever see you?
Sure, they were laughing.
How old were you,
Look
Dad?
at those kids running with their hair right there.
How
You
old
never
were
hear
you?
anybody running and
And what was happening?
The
Did
ding-a-ling
you get
was
erased?
going.
the peanuts was
Ding-a-ling.
bouncing up and down.
And how old were you?
Oh, I was about 10, 11, something like that.
And what was happening to this?
It was bouncing up and down.
Oh, boy.
Isabel says the ding-a-ling was ringing.
Yeah.
Another time, my brother used to go out to kill birds, you know,
Benny. Because
Yeah.
he's the only one that does bad things like that to animals.
and he used to eat them, you know. He rolled them up in mud, baked them in the fire, pulled the feathers off, and he was very tender, you know. So one night it was kind of chilly. Up on Orchard Street, there's a quarry, right? You climbed up in the quarry and it's all flat on the top. And we made a fire there and put the birds in the mud, you know, and they were singing, Sweetheart, oh line, all of them singing it together. My heart, oh line, the cop passing by. They used to wear those big high hats like they do in England. You know the high hats there?
Oh, like the bobbies, yeah.
And this cop come up here and says, what the hell is going on up here? Everybody's singing. There's a fire, you know, it's dangerous to have a fire here. He said, you better get out of here. And he had his club and he was hitting a fire like that. He seen the birds rolling out. He says, what the hell are those? And my brother said, those are potatoes. He says, pick up your potatoes and get the hell out of here.
Oh, wait a minute now. What kind of birds were these?
Regular birds that fly around here.
How do you get them?
Are you
Shoot 'em?
sure they weren't pigeons?
No. If he could get pigeons, he
I
wasn't
thought you told me they were pigeons that he borrowed from somebody.
No.
He was going to return them.
Yeah, sure.
He wasn't after the pigeon, he was after the birds.
How do
Oh.
you kill the bird?
He-
You have BB
he had
gun?
a slingshot.
Oh, okay.
He was good at it though, he just hold him, bing. You see the bird fly down on the
Oh, that's
trees.
mean to a
That
bird.
was mean as one of my
Oh,
goodness.
they didn't starve to death, you know. Hey. You know what? Today we still kill them. We call them chickens.
Yeah, we think it's okay.
It's
right?
okay, yeah. You got to tell them the story about your brother catching that big snapping turtle and keeping them at home for I don't know how long.
That was me.
You caught the turtle?
Yeah, me and we were up in Poughkeepsie in the lake there, going through the mud.
Golf
That was
course.
me, Johnny, and Al, my nephew. The three of us were in the water.
Angie wasn't there, huh?
And Betty too.
Betty?
And four,
No, Angie.
Betty. We're going through the mud, and the mud, believe it or not, is up to your belly button. That's how deep. The mud is just alone.
Wow.
And you're going through the mud with your hands feeling balls, you know. And you could see that the bubbles come up and the stink like you're in the sewer, you know.
Wow.
And we're going, Angie is in front of me.
And when was this? What time of the day?
At night, this is 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Used to go duck over golf
We
balls.
never go out in the daytime, we go
Ponds
out
on
at
the golf
night.
courses. Illegal. Again.
That's right, illegal, black market. We used to call it black market. So Angie was in front of me and he bumped with a big turtle. He says, I got a turtle. And he had his hand right on top of his back, you know, like that. And I says, he would call me over. Come here, Angie. He says, I got a big turtle. What the hell he calling me for? Call Benny. No, he called me over. I said, which way is he moving? He was holding, and he felt going forward. He said, he's going out that way. So I followed his hand down like this, down in back of the turtle, and he pulled his hand right away. When my hand got there, and I'm holding the front and back of his head, and I'm pushing him out, and I happened to push his head out of the water. His head was as big as a fist like this, you know. And he went,
Big snapping turtle.
boy, and he was snapping out like that, and I kept pushing him, pushing right into the shore. We got him home, and we got stopped in the restaurant to have coffee on, and we weighed him. He weighed 43 pounds.
Holy mackerel.
43 pounds.
No, it was a turtle.
We had a barracks bag,
That turtle soup, huh?
and we put him in a barracks bag, and he couldn't move his head, tail, or nothing. It was all locked in, you know.
That was mean.
Oh, that was awful.
It got better.
But it
It got better.
Oh, I want that.
So while we were in the restaurant, some of these truck drivers were in there having coffee. He said, what the hell he's got in there? We got a call, or turtle. We caught up in the pond up here. And the guy looked in there. He went like that. Jesus, he's big. So he said, yeah, we know a lot of guys that do that. He says, they do that for a living. They eat the turtles. Then he said, that's what I do. I eat the turtles too.
Then he eats everything.
So we took him home, and he had an empty room where he lives, and he just let the turtle walk around in the empty room.
Oh, I bet he dirtied that.
He had the room all to himself.
Where's Jeannie?
And about once a week I was going over to him. I said, how's the turtle making out, Ben? Oh, he's making out all right. You want to see him? Yeah. I looked in the room, and boy, he was flopping like an elephant. You should have seen the big flops like I couldn't get over it, you know. I said, when are you going to cook them? He said, I'll cook them someday when I get in the mood. So I kept going over. I went out about 3 weeks. Turtle was still there walking around, and the smell in that room. Whew. So the fourth time I come over there, I said, where's the turtle? I don't see him in the room no more. Oh, he's in the pot. He had a big pot like that. He covered the whole bottom of the pot. He says, I'm making soup with him. With the shell, everything with it.
Oh, no.
You want some soup? Not me. Not me. You have this. Oh, it's good. Oh, okay.
He never,
So
never cut him out of the shell?
He said he was cooked.
How could he get a pot big enough to take that
He
shell?
had-
'Cause
he
I
had-
remember pictures of us standing on him. His shell was like this big.
Yeah, you were standing on that turtle.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
remember that.
But he had a pot big enough to put him in. He had him in
Those
it.
tubs.
Like a bathtub. It's like a little bathtub he had.
Bet you that broth was pretty good.
What?
Can you imagine that? And how did it stink when he cooked them?
Oh, and in the black mud?
I'll tell you, he'd eat anything, I'm telling you.
That's what he had.
He used to go out with a slingshot and kill the bullfrogs and pull the legs right off
Oh,
them
that's a good.
Gross.
and
Oh,
throw the
that's
rest of the
mean.
frog
Nah,
in
we
the water.
don't. Wait out.
That's mean.
Nah, yeah, we don't.
Well, you know,
like
you
that.
remember when you brought the turtle home?
I
It
like
was
frogs.
late at
They're
night,
good.
and then you put him in a galvanized big tub.
He had a bathtub outside.
Jeannie woke me up. Nancy, come here. I said, what? She says, every time I poke this with a stick, because we had no idea what was in there, but every time I pop this with a stick, it goes, and then we kept popping it with a stick, remember? We just poke it, and the thing would go, shh, shh. And we were scared of it. We didn't know. Good thing we didn't open the bag to see what was in there, because it could have bit us. Because
Yes.
I remember you holding like tomatoes
Oh, really?
on the end of the thing, and the thing would go whack. You know, it would just whack it right off. Could you imagine as kids if we opened up that bag to see what was
You
in
know, he
there?
grab your leg. I mean, there's nothing, you know.
But this turtle laid eggs, so it must have been a she, not a he. Remember it laying
Yeah,
eggs?
we did have a couple eggs. I buried them in
Yeah.
the sand expecting to find them.
Well, you know what we forgot to do?
What?
Sit on them.
Good, Nancy. I'm glad you said that.
Nancy, you gotta tell them the story about us frightening Camille. Remember? We were babysitting Camille one night. Do you remember that night?
She
We
an eye in
told
the back of
Camille,
her head.
You better be good because
Horrible.
Nancy for this one.
we can
Go back to
see
Nancy.
everything you're doing. No matter where you are, we have an eye in back of our head seeing it. So I said, we can see what you're doing, Camille. And she would be good, you know, she'd be very good because we could see everything she was doing. But then one time Jeannie said, we can't talk. So all we could do is talk like pigs.
So we went back and forth.
And we may believe we're talking, and poor Camille, she grew up very healthy though, didn't she? She's afraid of pigs, and she's always afraid I'm gonna do this.
You also told me dolls could talk. Was it Christmas Eve? Dolls could probably don't remember that.
Remember the time when you and Jeannie were down in the cellar and you just had a rope hanging down there?
Right.
And you're trying to put Jeannie in between the
We were
rope to make her
swinging,
sit on
putting it around
Yeah.
us. Yeah,
And the
swing.
rope, she slipped and the rope was stuck around her neck.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She was hanging. If I
One,
didn't lift
one
her
of the
up,
kids, the
her
nigger
feet-
kids that lived in the house come running, oh, Jeannie's dying, Jeannie's dying. He ran up down the cellar. He was screaming his head, went down, but she grabbed a hold and took
And I
the weight
lifted
off.
her up. I lifted
Took
her
the
up.
weight
She
off
had
her,
a rope
to hold
burn
her
around
up.
her neck.
Otherwise, she would have
Remember
been
that?
dead. I mean, a fool.
Do you remember
Do I
that?
remember it? No.
We were
You don't
standing
remember
on
that?
like a table, an enamel table, and it was so much fun. There was a big rope over a
yeah.
beam.
Yeah,
You
you're
don't remember
hanging.
that, Jeannie?
Standing,
You're
and we
hanging
would
my
put
wife. Yeah, it's fun.
We
huh?
would put it around our body and we'd swing and swing. We were having fun. But she, you know, fell off and she was hanging by her neck. I knew that wasn't fun. But she did, she had a rope burn. I remember the policeman coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Why
but I
did
don't
the
know.
police come?
As a kid.
Because
don't
I
know,
almost
we were
died.
kids. I lifted her up. Well,
Do you remember that, Jeannie?
No, only
You don't
because you
remember?
told me
You-
about
you,
it.
You
No.
were really small.
No, only because you told us about it.
Just the first time you heard it?
No, no, no. I've heard the story before, but I
Oh.
don't remember it as a
Oh.
person.
Boy.
Remember the time you were going to the terrace down the hill, you and Mommy, and you had Nancy?
Yeah. We were going to the terrace, and they'd always, oh, it was Dolores.
Nancy
They'd
fell
always
now.
pick her to pick the numbers out, you know. Every week we went there. We used to go there free, you know. But one time I had Nancy right in front of the carpet shop, beginning at Ashburton Avenue, walking down toward the entrance of the carpet shop. You got the regular sidewalk,
The thing's jolly
You got the dirt.
around, that red light.
and then you got the walk where the fence was near the carpet shop. And it was about that high, you know. And I'm going to the store to buy some candy, and they're walking down, we're going down to Swagger's candy store. And gee, the first thing you know, that she's hauling it, she fell down in a hole that's about 14, 15 feet deep.
Holy God. Who fell?
Nancy,
Nancy?
she tripped down that walk. As she was falling, she went to grab the rail because it was a two-fence rail,
it was just
and it was about
bar.
3 feet high. And it had a double layer of pipe going through it. And she went to grab the rail and she fell underneath the rail and down to the ground. It's a good thing it was dirt. So I had her run all the way down to the end where they go into the shop was lower, and I slid down the bar,
Oh, boy.
I remember seeing you
beams.
climb down the wall crying.
No, I
remember looking up.
I come
Seemed
running
to
up
be-
to you
yeah.
then. And I grabbed a hold, I had to go down the end to the guys that pick you up there. And
Were
I
you
took her up to
the
St. John's Hospital,
Hit my
and,
head. Got right here.
and at that time, St. John's Hospital had something to do with Alexander Smith's carpet shop. They were the
Yes, they
doctors.
did. They did.
They were the doctors for Alexander Smith's carpet shop, you
Yeah.
see. And right away the doctor said, what the hell was she fooling around the rail there and fell off? Listen, buddy, you better keep your mouth shut. She wasn't playing around, she was just walking, tripped on the sidewalk and fell down there.
Could you imagine today?
So.
The millionaires would all be rich.
So I took her to St. John's Hospital there as Yonkers General. And they were taking x-rays. They said, oh, you won't be able to see these x-rays for a couple of days because it takes time to drive. That's when I took you down to Dr. Carson's on Riverside Drive in New York. I took you down there, and he took me to a doctor.
That he knew?
They were friends and doctors, you know. And he says, we'll have the x-rays taken right away. We'll see what they are and this and that right away. So he done that. And he was very good at it. Yeah.
And you were right, New?
Yeah, I
Is that the problem?
That depends.
Hey, every place he used to go, he used to call me with him. Come on, take a while, like Jim calls me. That's the way I was going with the doctor.
But at that time, there was a gas rationing, and they had to hitch a ride actually to the hospital. And my head was bleeding because I was hurt up here. I could still feel like a bump up here. But I never got stitches or anything.
It's a good thing it was dirt, because it was concrete. You wouldn't be here
That's
today.
funny. Every time I say that to people, I say, oh, that explains it.
Yeah.
So,
Who made this basket?
this doctor had an old Pontiac. It was during the war, you know, it was tough getting gas and everything. And you should have seen the shillelagh he had. He had an old car with, oh, I said, then why don't you get a new car? He said, Christ, we can't get even a car. We can't even buy the gas. So he says, can you take care of it? I said, listen, I haven't got the time, and besides, it's winter time. But I'll check in the shop, and I'll find if somebody can do the job for you. So I give him my car, you know, I found somebody. I told him, I said, yeah, I got somebody to take care of the car. He wanted a carbon valve job and new brakes put on the car. And I asked the guy up in the shop, I says, can you handle a brake job and carbon valve job? He said, yeah. He said, my son-in-law owns a shop in the Pier Park. He said, all right, I'll bring it into you and you take care of it. Make sure you're going to do a good job at his car because it belongs to the doctor and he has my car. Don't worry, we'll take care of it. All right. We're working together. He's a repairman in the shop and I am too, you know. But he was a wild type, you know.
What, are you baptizing them?
John Foreshore, his name was. Oh, he was a bitch. He was always going around showing around that he knew this, he knew that, he knew help. So, it went on. I waited about 2 weeks, and I asked him, how about the doctor's cars? Are ready? Yeah, he says, my son-in-law, my brother-in-law told me this morning it was ready. All right, you can pick it up tonight. I said, all right, I'll pick it there. So when I got home, I got somebody to take me out there. Me and Israel went together, see. I picked the car up, and as I was coming to Yonkers, I said, Jesus, crying out loud, this car is running turbo. I said, let's go back. I want to go back and see what the hell they done with this car. They didn't fix the goddamn. But this guy that worked in the shop wasn't there with me. It was his brother-in-law was there. I said, where's Eddie? He said, I don't know where he is. I said, this car is running lousy. I don't know what the hell he's done to it. Yeah, we done everything we could. We done the carbon valve, we done the brakes and everything. It should be running like a top. Take it down the road and try it. Oh, he says, you wait for Eddie. Talk to Eddie. We waited there, waited. I waited there close to an hour. And finally he come in, Eddie. He was drunk as a bat. You should have seen him. He could hardly walk. He come right over to me, he says, get that goddamn car the hell out of here. And he give her a push. He knocked her on her ass, you know.
Whoa.
She went out and picked up a crowbar. I'm telling you. The guy was facing me. I was punching him. I took advantage he was drunk. I was taking advantage, hitting him in the nose, hitting him in the chin, hitting him in the eyes. I knocked him down a couple of times. When she come out with the crowbar, he was facing me. And she was behind him. I'm telling you, if she hit him, she would have killed him.
Not
Holy!
Not is.
She would have.
No.
Oh,
I
no.
can't believe that.
You know what a crowbar field? You got one out there in front of
Yeah,
your
but not
door.
a nice lady like her.
Oh, a nice.
She wouldn't have swung hard.
And I'm telling you, I give him a whack and he went down on the ground. And the crowbar come down and it's right in the concrete that was there. Big nick in the, holy jeez. I got relieved then when I seen that. So then, I called up the police station. We were in the Pier Park. I called up Yonkers. It's not our district. I called up Hastings. It's not our district. What the hell?
Oh, you lost? You didn't know where you were?
No, I knew where we were, but the phone company and everything. He says, you're in the town of Greenburgh, you know. So I called up the town of Greenburgh police station. So they come down, car, you know, 2 cops in it, you know. They looked at him. What the hell happened to you, you know? Oh, we just had a little argument here and this and that, you know. What the hell's the trouble here? So I told him, we both work in the Chevrolet. I brought a doctor's car out to be fixed to do a car valve job, and he didn't do it right. What I want him to do is make sure it's done right, and that's all I want to do. Forget everything else. I'm not going to pay for it. I'm not going to fix it. He was still drunk as a bat, you know. So, okay. He put him in a police wagon. We went with them too. Yeah. We got up there. In the morning, he walked in the office. The sergeant that was at desk looked at him. What the hell happened to you? His pulse, he's dry blood on his face. His eyes, holy Jesus. Oh, we had a little argument down there. What was he arguing about? Then I told him, I says, I brought a car out there for him to be fixed. And I give my car to the doctor until it's fixed. And he done a lousy job on it. All I wanted was to have the car fixed, or let me take it somewhere where I can get it fixed. Oh, I'm not going to pay for nothing, he says. So they locked him up. They put him in there. When they closed the gate on him, all right, I'll pay for it. They opened the door and let him out.
I'm not going to pay.
No, that's all I wanted. All of this could have been avoided. Where do you want to take it? I says, I'll take it to Ray, the fellow I used to work for, you know, Tucker. So I would take it to Ray and I'll let him check and see what the hell was wrong, you know. So I left it there a week, and the doctor still had, he had my car 3 weeks. So I stopped out there. I says, how'd you make out, Ray? He has his place in Yonkers now, in Tuckahoe Road, right at the corner, Tuckahoe Road and Sawmill Road. Yeah, he says, I took it out, I checked the brakes. The brakes were all right, but one of them were tight and this and that. How'd you make out with the valves? Oh, the valves, he said, there was a couple of them were tight there, exhaust valves, you know, that'll cause a car to miss. But that ain't the only thing, it must have been something else. He had the carburetor off, and he had the carburetor on his bench there where he works there, but he was working around the car yet, you know. I said, there must be something wrong with the hell that he didn't do or anything. So I picked up the carburetor, and it was all apart, you know, and I was looking inside of it, and there was an air pipe inside of the carburetor. It was all pitted, rotted away. That was the trouble. And I called the guy over Ray. I said, hey, Ray, here's the trouble. For Christ's sake, everybody's going crazy here, and here's the trouble right here. He bought a new carburetor, put a new carburetor.
And that's all it was. Isn't that incredible?
That was all. See? And everything we went, the guy could have lost his life there for not doing, you know, for nothing, you might as well say.
Tell us about when you took Lori on the golf course. Remember when she's a little girl and the
What's
sand
that?
traps? Lori, when you took Lori on the golf course and the sand traps?
Oh
Sand
yeah,
traps?
oh yeah. That was a sand trap up near Wingdale. I took her in the back.
Up in Wingdale up here?
Yeah. The trap is right, you're going to those road, the dirt road there, and the trap was in the back there, you know. And I'm looking around in the lake, there's a little lake there, I'm looking around in the lake for balls and this and that. And Lori was small, you know. And she says, Grandpa, she says, look at all the sand they got over there. I said, yeah, that's a sand trap. And while I was looking around, she went up to the sand trap and she stuck her hand in. She come back to me. She said, Grandpa, do you know what? I said, what? I stuck my hand in the sand trap and nothing happened. I said, it's not a trap for you, it's a trap for the ball.
It's a trap for your grandpa when he hits the ball in there.
Or Jeannie or Jim.
She was the, yeah, I put my, I said, show me what you done. I put my hand in there like that, and not now. She was waiting for something.
Waiting for the mousetrap to close.
Daddy, tell a story about Walter Konchesky and your motorcycle ride up to Albany.
Oh.
With the singing soul machines? No, that's a joke.
Oh, that's a... Yeah, no, let him sing. Let him sing. They don't laugh like that, Daddy.
Stanley Konchesky bought a motorcycle, you know, and my brother Benny was working on the railroad then, you know. And he says, I got a letter from my brother. He says, boy, come on up here. He says, oh, the weather's fine up here, beautiful. Oh, God, oh, what? He had a sidecar. He learned 3 days how to learn how to drive the car with the motorcycle with the sidecar. After he got through with it, he took the sidecar off. He says, come on, let's go to Albany. All right. I better not tell the truth, though.
No, I think you better shade it. I think you better shade it a little.
Yeah.
My grandchildren looking at this.
Go ahead, tell it. Tell it, Grandpa.
Tell it as
it's
it
all
is.
right.
Go
Tell
ahead.
it as it is.
The whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
Not every
Remember your grandkids and your great-grandchildren.
Tell the whole story,
are
Grandpa.
No,
Why
no,
were you going up to Albany? Because Benny told you that there was a good house of prostitution up there. The
There
best
is.
houses.
Well, you're asking for the dirt, you're going to get it.
No, we don't want the nitty gritty, just a little dirt.
Yeah.
A little bird.
Okay,
Just a little
Go
dirt.
ahead. Tell a story as clean as possible.
All right.
But make us laugh.
No, don't, Daddy, because we're going to show it to the world.
Yeah,
So we don't want
you
to.
don't want
What
it.
is it?
Just about the trip up to Albany. You go to Albany.
Something happened to the sidecar, though.
Yeah, I know.
We didn't have it. We didn't have it. He left it home.
How many flat tires did you get with that thing going up to
No,
Albany?
I was with the car, the Ford. I got 10 flats.
Oh.
No, what happened with it? You
Somebody
fell
bounced
off
off the...
Wait a minute.
yeah.
All right. We made the trip to Albany on a
He fell off the back of the
motorcycle.
motorcycle.
And he had a solid seat in the back, you know. It didn't have no spring to it when you go over a bump or anything like that. So we stopped up in the YMCA where he was staying, you know, the railroad man was staying there. So we looked in the window to make sure that was the place, you know. We looked in the window, and yeah, sure enough, we seen him playing cards. And we went in and told him.
Do you want to play cards?
How am I going to get out of this?
Well, that's all right. You spent a couple of days in Albany, but then what happened on the way home?
So on the way home, we were there 2 days. He said, all right, let's get the hell out of here. We had enough. All right. I'm in the back seat, and Route 9 was just being fixed, you know. It's smooth in some places. Next place, there were asphalt and it was dirt, you know. Little bump like that. Then it's dirt, about a couple of miles. Then it's got cement, you know, asphalt again. It wasn't smooth or anything. They were working on it, you know. And he was going like a son of a gun. The cutout wide open. He liked the cutout. Brrrr. You couldn't hear nothing while I was talking to him. He couldn't hear me either, you know. So he was on the smooth side of the road, coming down nice, and then he run into the dirt. It was a big jounce. He hit the dirt, and I went flying off, and the motorcycle coming right from and under me. He's going down the road, and I see one of his hands coming out like this, you know.
He's talking to you.
He's still talking to you?
He thought he was talking to me, you know. And there was a car, see me, that I didn't fall down. Oh, that was the beauty part of it is, though. He's going along, and these cars had running boards on them, you know. The lady was in the front seat with the guy. She said, oh, I can't see that. You didn't fall and break your neck. Look at him going down. He was about a mile away with me. He don't know I'm off the motorcycle. I said, do you mind if I hop on the back of this, on the running board to catch up to him? The guy said, all right, hop on there. And he's giving it the gas to catch up to him. And we caught up to him. I says, hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Where the hell did you get over there? I said, but Christ sake, you lost me a couple of miles up the road. You don't know me on it. But that really happened. I'm telling you. He said, get
He didn't
So
even know
the
you
bike
were
came
gone.
out and you just were standing there? You
Yeah.
just sort of...
It jounced and he was
You know, it was a flat motor. I'm telling you,
He just
knocked
went right
the
off the
inside.
back wheel, went right out
Just
from under
like
him.
that.
He just
He went up
stood
in the
there.
air and the motorcycle went out and left him on his feet.
Yes, the motorcycle where I was standing there. And I was hollering, Stanley! Hey, Stanley!
I did that with Bobby, riding in the back fields here with one of those bikes with the dead sticks on them. We go up to the top of the hill. He had the big bike and I had the little one. And we go up to the top of the hill and the front wheel went up.
That's
And the bike went right out from under me. I'm standing there holding the handlebars, and this thing is going, you know. And Bob's sitting on his bike laughing. I said, "What am I supposed to do? I can't let it go." You know, he just throw it away. If I did, I threw the bike down, back down the hill again. So that's a strange feeling when you go on the backside of a motorcycle.
Oh, I tell you. But it went out like that, and I was standing there, just like that. It
So when
didn't
you
fall
didn't
out.
fall.
Good thing
And
there
that-
wasn't a lot of traffic in those days.
No, well, no, the roads were being fixed. There were a few cars there, you know. But this woman, she was dying laughing. You should have heard her. Whew. Another time we went up, we were going for golf balls. That was Johnny, Al, me and Benny, the four of us. So I always used to like to play jokes with Johnny, you know. Well, when we got up to the golf course with Yale Country Club, where I was operating on, that's the name of the club, Yale Country Club. That was some guy, holy geez, some balls there, phew.
A lot of balls.
Oh, 9 water holes. Geez, you can just imagine. There's one place that's 40 feet deep.
Wow, that's a
You
big
can just imagine. We used to go there, we had that concession one time with the rowboat, and we had a clam rake. You ever see a clam rake, how it's made? You know, and pulling that, every time we pulled it up, you should have seen 40 feet, boy, you're pulling that pole up, and you're in the rowboat. By the time you get to the top of, you know, to the rake, for crying out loud, it weighs a ton with the balls in there. Boy, we were getting the balls. And it was just the tee, the lake, and the green.
You're part 3.
And a par 3. You could just imagine the balls were in there, boy. So in the low place, there was lakes up there, you know, low. I used to always get in the back of Johnny, you know, I'd get a long stick, you know, and I'm about from here to you away, like, you know, and he's going through the mud. Like an innocent guy, you know. And all of a sudden I come over with the big stick, you know. Don't go over there, there's a big snake over there. I'm laughing so much, I said, geez, he's talking about a snake. Here's a snake, you know. And I found, Jesus, there's something over there that hit me in the ass. He says, I didn't know what the hell it was, you know. So I keep following him up, going through the mud, you know. I'm sneaking over on me, and I'm laughing like a son of a gun, trying to, and I just come up. I put it in front of him this time. And you see it go like this, to try to catch the head of the snake, you know. Every time we try to catch it, I pull it down. I'm laughing, I couldn't hold it in anymore. I'm alongside him, I keep pushing up, and I pull it up in front of him. I pull it down. Jesus, there's a big snake in front of me, this son of a bitch, I can't get.
You can't get him?
I was dying laughing, I almost fell in the red head first, you know, while I was in the water there, you know. After you got wise, you know, you son of a bitch, they could take a cloak at you. Another time we went up there another night, you know, and they water the greens at night, you know. The greenskeeper have the men working at night to water the grass and everything like that, you know. And we see this truck running around. We figure it's one of the workmen, you know. And when Johnny sees him, he gets shit scared, you know. He's ducking behind the bushes. They can't see it, oh, so dark, you know. And then he was laying way the hell behind us, and he threw something up in the tree. I says, "What the hell did you do?" He said, "I took a GI shit." He says, "I'm getting ready to draw a shit." When he seen the truck.
The GI.
Another time up in this Yale Country Club again, it was the same place. We were walking down the roadway to come to the car, you know. The three of us. That was Johnny, no, 4 of us. Al, that was always the same. Al, Benny, me, and Johnny. We're coming along. You can't see nothing at night. It's so dark that you can't even see where you're going, especially when the moon is not shining, you know. And we got a certain distance down on the road, and all of a sudden I heard, psst, just like that. A skunk got half of me. Oh, boy. Phew, smell. Jesus, crying out loud. What am I going to do now? I said, we're way the hell up in New Haven, Connecticut. How the hell are we going to get home without this goddamn smell? So, I was driving that night, too. Yeah, I wouldn't trust anybody else driving. So, I'm driving, and as we're coming down, they're all coughing in the back. Oh, that fucking kid smell and this and that, you know. All right, let's go in the rest wagon here. And they all went in first, and they wouldn't sit near me. I was all by myself.
Don't blame him.
And the guy was going, he said, any one of you guys got a skunk in here? Johnny, the way, yeah, somebody just pissed on me. The guy said, for Christ's sake, why do you guys keep going? He said, you're stinking up the whole rest. And he opened up the windows and put the fans on. And coming home, holy gee, when I got home, I took my clothes off and put different clothes on. I hung them out there for a month, and still he stunk. Phew, boy, what a smell.
You had to wash them, you know. You couldn't just hang them
Oh,
outside.
I let them out there in the rain and everything. But I used to have more fun with Johnny Junior, boy.
What about that time with Emmett, Daddy, when you went to school and he didn't pay for his
Oh,
room?
yeah. I went to, my people, they wouldn't even give me, Jim thinks that I don't buy a sandwich now and then for him, you know. We had it tough with the family. So she wouldn't even buy me gloves for when I made my communion. I had women's gloves, they were hanging that far over my fingers, and they were off-white. I was the only one. They were all laughing at me.
And what about the shoes, Daddy?
Huh?
What about the shoes you wore,
Oh,
too?
well, that's another one. So, I was going to St. Joseph's School at that time. Ray Tollimer, the guy was working for Tuckahoe, the garage. He was going to number 12. So he lived on Orchard Street, just a little above from us, you know. And I said, when I went home for dinner, I said, Ray, do you pay for your books over there at number 12? No, he said, we don't pay for no books over there. I was over in St. Joseph's, everything you want. You have to buy this and buy that and buy this. I said, I'm going to go over to number 12 on the way back. The hell, I'm not going back to number St. Joseph's. So I went into number 12. I walked right in his class, you know. I sat down in the seat there and a little ways from him. And the kid that had the seat come in. He looked at me, he said, you're in my seat. This ain't your seat, this is my seat. This is my seat, he says. I come here every day. Well, I says, I come here today, this is my seat. The teacher comes in. She looks at the guy, his name, she called him by name. Whatever the hell, I forget what it was. Why don't you sit down? She says, no, this kid is in my seat, I can't sit down. And she looked at me. She seen I wasn't one of the kids in the class. She said, where did you come from? I said, I come from St. Joseph's. What are you doing over here? I said, over in St. Joseph's, you have to pay for your books. Over here, you don't have to pay for your books. And I'm sitting there, and everybody turned around looking at me.
How old were you, Daddy?
Oh, I was in the 3rd grade in St. Joseph's. How the hell old could I be? About
7 or 8.
7 or 8, yeah, just about that.
What'd the teacher say?
So the teacher said, you can't come to this school, you're going to St. Joseph's and that's where you have to go. I can't go over there because you have to buy the books and my mother hasn't got any money to buy the books or anything. I'm sorry, but that's where you'll have to go. So back to St. Joseph's I went. I went in there late.
It was a quick day.
The nun says, I used to go by the name of Angelo Flower, you know. We had nuns teachings. And why were you late, Angelo? I said, you really want to know? I certainly do. I says, I went home and my mother was almost crying that we have to pay for our books over here. And I went to number 12 where they don't have to pay for their books. You went where?
Oh God, it must have been Protestant.
Over number 12. And what were you doing there? I said, you don't have to pay for your books. I went over there. And they sent me back here. You can't go over there. You should have more sense than that. So I'm back in St. Joseph's.
You are? Joseph's paying for the books now?
Sure they are. Catholic schools, you pay for everything. And my mother, Lord have mercy, they couldn't even buy me, when I made my communion, buy me a pair of gloves. I had the Buster Brown collar, you know, with the red tie, you know. You know, well, I wasn't a smart.
Did you have a halo on too?
Yeah, you
No
must have.
halo.
No halo?
Remember how you used to read the funny papers to us, Dad?
Oh, and how.
You'd sit us on your lap.
Yeah.
You'd read like Herbie, Donald Duck.
But he did all the different voices.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. When you read,
I used to go down in the river for wood. That's the stuff we used to, mostly with wood that we were burning in the fire, you know. And my mother said, don't take the new shoes down because you'll wear them out. Try, you know. So I said, you got another pair of shoes here to wear? She brought a pair of lady shoes with the high heels. You know. Oh, I said, they'll be all right, sure. So, so I have to go down Orchard Street, you know.
On a wagon, right?
Yeah, I made the wagon myself, you know. It was, you got 4 wheels on it, it had a board on the sides like this, and another from this here and this way. It's made like a little box, you know. And I'm sitting on it and I'm using the high heels for brakes.
The first one going down here for the avenue, which is very scary.
So, down Orchard Street, the brakes, the shoes went down about that much. Now I have to go down Ashburton Avenue.
That's a long one.
Yeah, down past number 6 school.
That's a
Have to go
steep
down
hill
there.
now.
And cross Warburton Avenue and down the other part of Ashburton, you know. So I'm going down there, so boy, these shoes are going to wear down to my size. So I'm going there, and I didn't look to see if any cars or anything was coming on North Prague and Warburton Avenue and the other street down below. I didn't look at all, just go right down. Oh, God. I don't know how I'm here yet. So I'm going down, but by the time I reach down the bottom, I had low heels.
And then you have to swim. You have to go out swimming, and then you have to go back up the hill.
So I used to swim out all the wood I used to see floating down. I used to swim out it, you know, and bring it. And I used to get a dime from my mother to go to the show. The show was 10 cents. It was a nickel. A nickel, and you buy nickels worth of candy. Yeah, we used to get them for a nickel. Sure. Oh, she was in Italian. How else she used to say it? I forgot what the hell
I don't know what you're trying to say.
No, you did
Good
good.
boy, good boy.
How do you say boy in Italian?
Filia.
Buona figlia.
That's it.
Buona figlia, good boy.
How do you say boy? Maśkala. No, that's
That's Polish.
She is.
I forgot.
Remember when we used to go down to Lois all the time? The movie house?
Oh, get up on the stage?
Yeah, you used to get up on the stage all the time.
I was always up.
Yeah.
I went down
on
on
go up all
Lois.
the time. We walked sometimes.
I walked down on Lois one time, Isabel and I together, you know.
Yeah.
And they had a guy going around the audience giving out prizes, you know. They give you a word and you say what the word means and they give you a prize for it, see. Well, I was there, when a guy was coming down, I put my hand up for him to come over to me. And he says, barter.
What?
Barter. I swear.
Barter?
Barter.
Oh,
He gave
barter.
him the word
Barter.
already.
I
Oh, he
said,
gave
"Listen,
it to
what the hell does barter mean?
Well, they liked the way he was talking, I guess.
Barter. I said, I don't know what the hell it means. Then the guy come back, he says, can we snip? Barter, he says, trading. How the hell they come up there? You trade without money.
Trade, yeah.
You trade without money or something like that. So when I stood up, and the guy said, here's a gentleman over here, you know, stood up, you know. Well, give me the meaning of barter. I says, trading without money. Good.
What'd you win?
And I got a blanket, electric blanket. I brought the blanket over to you in Germany. You left it over there.
Go get it.
Go get it.
You come back with
I
nothing.
left the toilet over there too.
Oh, that was.
Remember the time you took me to the movies and I ran up and down the
Oh yeah.
laka.
I took her to practice, you know. And the picture's going on and she's running up all the aisles. Laka. And everybody's laughing. Come down, there's a laka.
That's not my kid.
Some of the people say, what does the matter with that? Laka.
You had weird kids, and then you take Jeannie to the beach, and she eats sand, right?
She ate it in the front of the yard.
I
What's
took
the
her
red
down
light
the
going
Rockaway
on
and
for?
she was eating sand like it was candy. And I
Remember
kept
the-
hitting the hands.
Yeah, I'm still paying for the teeth, so.
Oh boy.
Remember the time you told her to come in from playing for lunch? And she was sitting out under the tree?
She was eating all the dirt. She says, I eat already. And her mouth was full of dirt.
How could that be good? How could
I am. Who knows? We used to go to a lot of good places. You remember the car on Sunday afternoons?
I used to take his, I went to the Statue of Liberty, which is too, you know.
Yeah.
When I was going, I never knew what the Statue of Liberty looked like inside, you know. And they got guards there, you know, going. They got an elevator. You ever go in, Jim?
Never seen the
Statue of
elevator.
Liberty?
I walked down. We went to
The
statue.
first floor has got the elevator.
Yeah, you can take the elevator up a little
Base.
way,
Yeah.
and then you walk the rest of the way.
Oh, but you're at the feet then, you know. And it's a spiral stand to get up there. And I think it was you on my lap.
No, I wasn't on your lap.
You bet.
You were on my lap, we were both come tumbling down. Boy, I'm telling you, going up, holy jeez, I said, if I knew it like this, I wouldn't even come in here. And then coming down as well, oh my God, she even said, I'll never come in here again. And I wanted to go up in the arm. The arm was broke that time.
I said,
Something
don't
wrong
you
with the
dare.
arm. We were looking out the window. It was a nice view though, boy. Phew. But when I went there, when I was parking the cars, oh, it ain't like it is now, you know. There was a couple of smokies there, you know. I was parking on near the Hudson River, you know, and parking space there. And a couple of guys there, rummies there. Can we watch your car? Well, I figured if I don't let him watch, he's going to do something to it, you know. So I hand him a quarter, and I said, okay, I hope you'll be here when I come back. Oh, I'll be here. I
You
never
wanted
seen
more
him.
money?
I give him a quarter, and that was big money then.
That wasn't big money.
You were tipping big
Oh,
then.
yeah.
huh?
You were
Long time
cheapskate.
before.
No, but then a quarter could have, must
Yeah.
have been a lot, I'm sure.
You know, another time, Ivan's sister was going to Europe.
Oh, yeah, Yvonne's
Yeah.
sister.
Remember?
Emily.
And
Yeah,
she wanted, Emily was going to Yvonne, and she wanted me to drive down and watch her going off, you know. I said, where the hell can you put your car? She said, oh, we know where the hell to put your car, you know. So we get down there to ship, everybody going on the ship, we go. Before we got on the ship, I said, well, what do I have to do? Where am I going to park the car? He said, just go over and talk to the cop and hand him a tip. And what do I do with the keys? Leave the keys in the car. I didn't like that idea, you know. You leave the keys there and anybody can run away with the goddamn car too. But the cop was supposed to put it in a parking space when the ship leaves. I said, no more of this.
Did you do it though?
Yeah.
You did it? You left the keys? You
Sure,
did it?
I left it. How's the car? I thought the cop was going to move it after, but he didn't move it.
Was it there?
It was there. I was lucky to find it. It was a Ford. I had a Ford. Boy.
Remember when you took Mom for a ride on the motorcycle?
Oh, gee. When I
Was
first
that the
started,
last time?
You remember, Mom?
Yeah.
oh, that was a ride and a half I give her. Boy, I was reckless as
I was
hell.
told every few
Yeah.
minutes, stop, stop, stop.
She had on a dress.
Is this when you were trying to impress her?
I said, come on, I'll give you a ride on the motorcycle. No, we were kids and we were just getting used to each other.
You just
So
knew
she
her
got
for a
on.
short while, is that what you
She
mean?
says, "No, don't go fast." No, I won't get fast. You get on.
And that's the
all.
first thing he did was go
And
fast.
I went down that hill like a.
Like a
I could get,
shot.
her dress was caught in the chain, and she said, "You're pulling me off." How the hell am I pulling you off? I'm in the front. My dress is caught. My dress. She was screaming like a son of a gun. And when I bought it, that dress was shreds.
Did you get in trouble?
I ain't gonna ride on a motorcycle with you no more.
You did it.
I hit it.
I bet you there was some brown spots on here too.
Yeah. You
gotta make us a mouse, Dad. You gotta show us how to make a mouse.
Oh, the mouse?
Yeah.
This is easy to
Plant
make.
that-
You
I got it
just
this
gotta
way.
watch me to watch so you can make it yourself. See, you make it like we used to make the diapers. You see? Remember like
A diaper, like a diaper.
you had to make the diapers?
Yeah.
And then we fold it in about the same distance on both sides. See? And then you roll it up. See? Loose.
Was it tearing?
No, it's
Hang
big.
up here. See, you keep rolling it up until you come about an inch away from the end. See, now when you get that far, hold it in the middle and just bend it in. One loop down and the other loop on top of it. You see the way it is now? And you get this here and put it right in there and unravel this part and wrap it on here. You see what I mean? You're going to unravel here, put it on here. And this is where you make it tight. You keep pushing this in, see, and keep pulling the other out. See, and keep pushing that in. You're making it stiffer and stiffer, see? And when you come to the end, the two ends is out. One end there, one end here. Now you get the body, the tail, and the head. I have to make the head out of one of these ends.
Out of the small one, Ange.
The biggest one.
The biggest, yeah.
The biggest one?
The biggest one, so
The
you can
biggest
roll
one,
it.
it's easier,
You roll
because
it.
he's gotta roll it.
You're just making the head now, so I gotta tie a knot in this. You know where you have a lot of fun with this thing? If you get some catnip, and you have a cat like the cat you had, oh, I should have thought of that then. We would have had a hell of a lot of fun with that cat.
Sure,
You
we
know.
killed it. That cat got crazy.
It gets high for a while, they're funny.
Actually, it's like having a little glass of wine. Every once in a
They
while,
do
you're
get high,
supposed to
yeah.
have catnip. It's good for them.
Oh, I
My
would've
son
had
Mark's
it.
cat
I never thought of it.
rolls in it.
Well, it's too late now.
It's too late, but any cat.
Yeah, any
Someday when I go up to center that other cat, if I get some catnip, I'm gonna do that with that cat.
I'll send
up
you a
there.
cat. I'll send you down a cat.
Bring it on, I'm bringing it on.
No, you're not.
Cat can watch the
No,
birds.
you're not.
No,
Cat can take care of the birds then.
no, they take care of them in their belly.
They'll eat them, but no, you won't.
Now, here's the way I go in the center, see? Here's the mouse, here's his tail, here's his ears, here's his nose,
And there's the pail.
here's his mouth, but he has no feet. What do I do with the feet? Oh, the poor mouse. You know, I go like that with him, you know. Well, we'll manage somehow. And I put the mouse like this, you know. See? I pull his tail, he don't holler. I used to make it since I got my teeth. I can't do it anymore, you know. And I just pet him nice, pull his tail. See? He don't say nothing or do nothing. And I put him nice. And when they see him, they go,
How do you do that?
"How do you do that? How do you do that?"
The kids like
I said, "Do you know what I do?" I says, "I goose him." How do you do that? I held him up like this. You see me? You see my hand? I'm goosing him. And then I pat him nice. Nice. Then when I goose him, he jumped when I goose him. Oh, you shouldn't do that. Well, it's the only way to jump. And another lady that was there, she said, let me try it. She got like this.
She's throwing it.
I don't do it that way. No.
What's the matter with your eyes?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
He's laughing.
He's laughing.
Oh, when I laugh, I cry.
You cry, huh?
And then I was here. See, I pull his ears a little tight. He still don't holler. But I still don't know how he jumps. How does he jump? I just pet him nice, and that's why when I hold my hand over like this, you know, then I do it like this and I give him a goose.
I've watched you catch him by the tail. When you
That's a
you
bad
catch him right by the tail.
At the school, remember with the kids?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, over Kathy's school too. I was telling the kids, open your mouth, and all the kids are there.
So that you could get it in their mouths?
Yeah. I said, now keep your mouth open. And I said, now watch the mouse good. Now watch nice now. And I go like that, and some are right in the side out. And I said, if this mouth go in your mouth, bite him. And I said, when you bite him, he's gonna look like this. But he won't bite you. You bet. Remember I had with the frogs up there? And what did the frog do? I was all out like that. The frog jumped every time I come to the center with the frog. And what did the frog do? They all jumped.
The frog jumped.
Oh, that's when you were reading the book.
Yes,
There was a couple of women there, the mothers of the kids said, oh, you're doing a nice job to the kids. Yeah. I had them all, they were all picking up the mouse, you know, and handing it back to me. How you do that? I said, you watch my hand. I said, I put them in my hand, and I just, see the way I make them jump like that? But when I put my hand over it, you can't see that no more, see? And then I push my hand quick, and they all had their hand like this.
Oh, yeah, I know. I've tried to teach the kids like Kiri to do it. No way. No way.
You couldn't get it?
Kids can't. I can do it. The kids can't do it.
The kids were doing like throwing it
that's
on
right.
the
They
floor.
throw it.
Oh, the mothers were getting a real kick out of it. Jeez. What the hell else did I forget to tell us?
I know one thing you forgot to tell them. The way you treated me the first time you caught me with my arm around your daughter. You're lucky I married her after that.
He was proposing to her.
No,
Whoa.
He was not.
I was
He
there.
was only 15.
He was looking at pictures, Dad.
I thought he was proposing to you.
No, he was only 16.
Well, he might have proposed something, but he wasn't proposing. He got married.
I come out and I said, what the hell is going on here? For Christ's sake, break this up, you know.
Where were we on the...
It was a little worse than that. We're sitting at the kitchen table looking at your family album, but I had my arm around it.
What were you doing?
He came out of the living room and was, get your GD hands off my baby. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. All we're doing is reading them, looking at your family album. So she leaves me. She goes running in her bedroom in tears, right?
You weren't home, Mom.
No.
No,
was I?
I think you were at Yvonne's.
I almost dumped the apple cart, didn't I?
Oh, gosh. And he has a few more words, and then he goes back in the living room. So I'm standing in the kitchen, and I said, gee, I better go in and make, calm Dee down, because she's crying. I said, it's bad enough. I get caught with my arm around her in the kitchen. I'm gonna go in the bedroom, right? Well, I can't do that.
What would you have done, Jim?
I mean, if the guy's just talking to your daughter,
I know.
But did you? He told them
I thought that was leading up to more and more.
Well, might have.
well, you
It
see
finally
the
did.
whole
It led up
crux
to
of this
5 kids
situation
and 10
was
grandkids.
that maybe you had a guilty conscience about what you would be thinking of.
Yeah, that sounds more
Could
like
be.
it.
Yeah.
But he must have been thinking of the same
No.
thing.
I went back in the living
He
room.
just
and
wanted to
talked
look at the
him, didn't I?
pictures.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I went back in the living room and talked to him, and I said, hey,
I'm glad it
your
turned
daughter
out.
feels terrible, and
I'm
we
glad it
weren't doing
turned out the
anything.
way it did. Otherwise,
Well, he did say that. He said, I have younger children
Yeah, he said, I got
around here.
3
What are
younger
they going
little
to think?
girls in the house.
What
What
are
are they
they
going to
gonna
think
think?
if, they see you with your
Remember
arm
you?
around? And she's just a baby, and before you know it, you're going to want to marry her. And I said, no, I don't want to marry. Oh, you don't want to marry my daughter. What's wrong with her? No, I'm still a baby, said, I want to go to school yet. Oh, you got to go to school. And we started talking about that. And I said, look, all I want to do...
Did you tell him he wanted to work at General Motors?
No, but he took care of that too.
You remember how we had you working up there?
But that, I just wanted to get back in the house. That's all I said to him. I said, look, I would just like to be able to come back here and, you know, take Dolores to a movie or be, you know, I don't want you to throw me out and I won't be able to come back. I said, you can come back, you can come back. I said, okay, I got one other thing I got to ask you. And he says, what? I said, Dolores is in her bedroom crying. Could I go and talk to her? And he says, yeah, go ahead.
But see, you did it the right way. You were
Then
very
he stayed the
respectful.
night.
And then the next morning he said, what are you doing, my daughter?
Don't you remember Saturday mornings? Remember Saturday mornings when we had to clean? When he broke the
I
bed?
remember when I broke the bed.
I tell you.
You better explain that. Put the camera on Larry.
Never mind, you don't want to know, bro.
Yes, you do. Stand up, Larry. We want to see.
We had the bed with 4 posts on it, you know?
Yeah, pineapple post.
You remember those
Yes,
posts we had
yeah,
on
we
there?
remember those.
We went to the show, we come back and over.
It was sort of.
Yeah, we
It's
saw
sort of
them
all-
all.
Hollywood
That was
bed,
Nancy's idea. She was the bright one. She
I
said, I
always
know
have
how we
ideas.
take care of it. I know what we do.
Well, I
All
had
we
that
have to do
crossbar,
is...
and I sat
we
on it.
brought-
Just
so we
snapped
cut it
right
off
in
the
middle.
good bed and the one that he broke.
Hollywood Village.
They taped it up and they kept hanging their clothes over it.
I come in and I said, what the hell happened
It
here?
was right at the foot of the bed. They had these huge pineapple posts, and there's a crossbar between them. And it was just the right height, and I sat on it one day, and it snapped, right? so they get tape, and they tape the post together, and
Keep a coat over.
I don't know,
used to
a
yell.
week or two.
Don't put his clothes
How
hanging
many
around.
times have I
Hang
told
them
you to
up.
hang your things up? We'll take care of them. We'll take care of them. They had this darn coat or a dress or something all the time hung over this crossbar.
And then Nancy says, I know what we do.
We make them Hollywood beds.
Yeah, we get the saw, we cut it off both beds.
There, get the saw. What did Daddy do when he got
I love you guys. You know, we're going back
They
a
made
long
it like
time.
my bed, no post.
The Hollywood beds, Hollywood beds.
Do you know what
Remember?
Jeannie and I did when we first got those
That's 42,
beds?
42 years
The
ago.
poster,
Oh, that's a
we'd
long
shoot as
time.
much bubble gum as we could
Yes,
chew.
the bubble gum.
And then we had a race. She was on one bed and I was on the other. And we chewed the gum. And then we stuck it on one post. And then we would put it to the other, chew it until it got to the other post, chew it to the other post, to the other post. And then we go. Then we would eat it all back
Like
up till we
Pac-Man.
got it. Then when my mother and father got a brand new washing machine, Jeannie and I were very inventive. There was no TV. They had the hose that would hook up into the sink to empty out. Well, it was
over there,
brand new,
Nancy.
and it wasn't hooked up yet.
Go sit over there.
It wasn't hooked up yet. So what we did was we filled it with soapy water, just partly. And then we would both blow into the other end at the same time. Ready, get set, go.
Can't be blowing if
And
you
then
weren't
whoever
blowing.
stopped blowing would get a mouthful of soapy water.
I was intelligent.
Remember when I was practicing with my trumpet?
Yes.
Oh,
And you
I
kept
remember.
yelling, don't, stop playing.
So she took the mouthpiece
Took the mouthpiece.
and she flung it, and I ducked my head, and it broke the
It
window.
went right through the window. We had a door in the back porch with a thick glass window, not a regular pane of glass, but thick. It went right through.
Good thing I
She
ducked.
didn't duck.
I had a hole through my head.
Who threw the scissors? Somebody threw scissors.
Jeannie
I
threw
don't
the
throw
scissors at me, and they stuck in my thigh.
And you know another thing we did to her? We had a French door going into our bedroom, and when she babysat, she was a witch. She used to yell at us and make us angry. So
They wouldn't do anything.
I ran into the bedroom and slammed the door behind me, and stupid tries to stop a glass French door.
No, I
so
wanted
both
to get
her
in, and I
hands,
punched it.
both of her hands went through the glass door, and she's bleeding because
But it
there were
got you
window
out
panes.
quickly.
Got me out. I didn't want blood on the floor. My mother would yell at me.
See, the sins of the father come down.
It filters right down.
Remember?
Tell them
Remember
about the
when
Christmas tree,
Christmas
girls.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember what we
Forest.
did?
Just put it up again
Oh,
in
no.
the summertime.
Remember? No, what we. You and Mom, every time you went to the movies,
We
they
would think of
took
something fun
they
to do.
took the tree down, and it was before January 6th. So we thought we'd
Three
put
Kings.
it back up again, and we did. We put it back up.
They
We
came
put the
back
lights on. We put everything up, and then you left it up till Easter.
Because Uncle Stanley was coming home, and we said we're going to leave the tree up till Uncle Stanley comes home because he was in the army.
Yeah.
Oh,
And he had come back home, and the branches were like this.
So there are pictures of Camille with the Easter basket, chocolate
And the
bunny, and
branches
a Christmas
just
tree.
hanging, right?
And we had the Charlie Brown trees you have ever in your life seen. Remember how you drill the holes and
Mr.
put the
Innovative.
branches in?
Put more branches in the
Right,
You
tree.
come home
You
with a
wanna
tree that
spend
nobody
money on a
wanted,
tree.
and branches. And branches. And
I'd
he sits there with his
sew
drill,
holes
and
and
drill
stick a
holes and
branch
stick a
in
branch
there.
in.
Well, he always got
Drill
a
holes, stick
good
a
buy, though.
What
He
about-
always got a
What
good
about
buy.
the time we made a forest in the backyard?
I don't remember
I
any of
don't
this
remember.
stuff.
You
You
don't
mean at
remember a
Christmas time,
forest?
before Christmas, you
I
turn
don't
around and buy
remember
the
the
old trees that
forest.
nobody wanted?
Yes,
No,
at
I-
Christmas.
Take a couple of branches off them?
I get the bad ones, you know what I mean? And then I take some of the bottom branches and put them in the holes where I drill.
And then he'd nail it into the floor. Right? Into the tripod thing.
We used
It
to
was
get a
good,
nice
though.
looking tree when he finished, but they were terrible. Although I don't know how nice looking we were even buying trees. Do you know that video that we watched? Those trees were pretty bad trees.
video?
Oh,
The
God.
video that the kids made.
I haven't seen it yet. I still haven't gotten mine.
You didn't get yours?
It
No,
is
he hasn't
funny.
I haven't seen it.
It is funny.
No, I guess he hasn't finished
You,
it. I
didn't
don't know.
you saw parts of it just.
No, don't you remember we made a forest in the backyard?
We used to go down in Proctor's. They had what you call junk night. You know, if they asked for an item, if you got it, you go up on the stage and they pay you for it. See, I used to go down there with a whole bag of things, you know. I'd even have the deed of the house in there, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
they'd ask for a deed, they asked for a song, anything they asked for, I'd have everything. And I was getting up there every week, every week. When I tried to get up there one time, the guy was in front. I said,
He said, "Not you again."
He wouldn't let me up. So I go down, I go up the other way. I was getting prize after prize. And
See,
then
he was
one night I
always
took the
lucky.
harmonica and I started playing the harmonica down through the park. And she said, "You're going to play that up there?" I said, "Why not?" She said, "If you play that, I'm going to go out." She gonna. I said, "Instead of
He
that,
embarrassed you, right?
I got second prize for crying out loud that night."
You get any money?
Yeah, I got, I forgot what the hell it was.
$2?
15 or 25, I forgot what the hell it was like. But I got second prize. Sure, you're gonna play it up there, I'm gonna go out. Or instead of staying there, give me an encouragement for
You didn't need any.
Yeah, right. That's right. Yeah, don't encourage.
He didn't need any encouragement, huh?
Then you come back with a quartet.
He didn't need any encouragement.
Well, we were down there, both of us were on the stage. You see that little thing that Lori got with the board? You throw it up with the string and you catch the ball.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Both of us were up there. So throwing the ball up and trying to catch it in there, you know. Throw the ball up, but I caught it up. Then another time they had, oh, this was a good one. Oh, you should have seen. That someday I'll show you how we tied a couple of kids here and how the hell they get out of it.
Do what?
Tie them up and see how
Put on
they
their
get out of it.
wrists.
Yeah,
On two wrists.
you're tied up by couples. You know what I mean? Each couple is tied up, and you're supposed to get out of it.
They call that bondage.
Yes,
Today they
it's
call it
a
bondage.
bondage.
This is only a
Not
game.
like that.
But
I
I
tell you, I was a scream up there. I never seen it
you
done
were a
before.
scream?
But I learned how to do it.
Mhm.
I was going, stepping over the rope. You should see it.
We all did.
You gotta watch it to, you know, enjoy
Where
it.
are all the little ones?
You tie both
I was
wrists.
jumping over the rope, and every time I'd come back, I'm back to where I started. Then I used the other leg to get over. I'm back to where I started. How the hell do you get out of this goddamn
And
thing?
it's
up
so
there?
easy.
Just
Dad.
put one
And
up
they
like
show
this.
you, it's so easy. Oh, I was doing that up there.
He did all these things at all of our teenage parties. It got to the point where we wouldn't have a party without inviting him. Because he'd have us sit down and try to open 6 of gum with mittens on and all that kind of stuff. Excuse me. He was the life of the party. We had
When I was doing imitations, I could imitate everything. I was imitating the crow, the duck,
Oh gosh, we had
the siren, the starter going dead in the car.
do that one.
Oh, I'm
I
telling
never
you,
heard you do that.
Yeah, I don't
Oh, I
remember
would-
that one.
I was doing it. The
Yeah,
kitten.
he did that.
I done it in practice. I was sitting in practice there, and I started doing like a kitten. And here comes the cat and jumped right over.
The cat was in the show?
I said, "Where the hell did you come from?" Oh, the cat. He stood there, and I kept petting him.
Oh yeah.
And I kept going with the kitten. I can't do it on the count of my top. If you hear it, it was just exactly like a cat. Boy.
He did pretty good with the ducks down at Disney World. You got the ducks all talking back to you.
Did you really?
Yeah. The ducks are all talking, and I got Isabel and I are out in the front, and Ange was with Jeannie behind me. And the next thing I hear these girls saying, there are a couple of girls walking in between us. You got any fellow back there? He's talking to the ducks. I said, don't mind him. I said, that's just my father-in-law.
There was a stand.
They're so embarrassed. They didn't know what that was.
There was a stand there. I got over at the stand. They said,
Ladies and gentlemen, take my
Speaker,
advice.
elector.
Pull down your britches and slide on the ice.
Gosh, yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah, but he did this outside the Japanese pavilion. You know, right outside the Japanese restaurant door, there was a lectern and a loudspeaker. In Epcot.
There's a lot of verses to that.
Yeah.
Did he recite them all?
I
He
just
did his share, and
I just done that one. What, are you making a picture there too?
no.
There's a picture in there?
No.
He says, what the hell are you doing in here? For Christ's sake, get in that car and get the hell out of here. Who the hell are you talking to? I'm talking to you. Oh, you're a fine boy. You're a fine boy. What are you doing? Taking our picture again?
Happy 88th
Man, you're
birthday.
unkind.
Daddy on his birthday.
Okay, let's sing happy birthday.
You love me as much as you
Why, do you think this world is only made of love?
Yes. Yes.
If you don't make love,
Only?
It's either you make love or you make war.
It's
Which
the
do you
most
want to make?
important
I
thing,
want to
Mom.
make love, but I
Well, I say
can't.
That's what she taught us.
That's
Okay.
my wagon.
Happy birthday. Let's go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dad. Happy birthday to you.
Happy 88th.
I on you now. I'm 88 Tuesday. And if I don't live that long, I blow out the candle.
What does this say here? Did you read what this says here? Let's put that up to the camera there. Age to perfection.
And what does
It
the
says.
cake say?
And the cake says happy. What the heck?
88 years
Oh, I thought
young.
it said JJ. Happy 88 years young. And if I keep-
JJ didn't pick it
and
up.
if I keep holding it this angle, the whole cake is going to be on the table.
It's sliding.
I know.
All right, I think each of us now should say something to Daddy. Jim,
Just hold it the other way. It'll
Does
slide
it have
back.
to be something nice, or
No.
can we say what we really feel?
say whatever you want.
The truth.
Okay. Happy 88th birthday, okay? And I hope the next 12 to 14 years you perform more work when you're with me than you have in the last 12 years,
Oh, God.
okay?
I wish I could.
You do pretty good. But one thing, don't repeat the performance that you did today
No.
when you fell down and I turned around and you're laying on the ground because you tripped.
Oh, I don't like
That,
that.
next week, you got to do a little bit better acting than that, okay? And we'll get a little more work out of it. But one thing I want to add on that, I don't know what it is, as he's approaching his 88th birthday, he seems to be having a little more ability to reach into his pocket and buy lunch. Because out of the last 3 weeks, he's bought lunch twice. That, I think, is a record. I congratulate you for that.
Well, what did I say?
You said, I'm not as cheap as you think I am.
No, not that. After I got through biting, did I tell you to keep the tip?
Yeah.
Oh,
How much was the tip?
No, keep the
I
change.
think
It was 11.
11 cents?
No, the 11 cents. The bill was $11, and I give you $20 bill, and the rest was tip.
Whoa.
How much is that?
Whoa!
And I knew that you didn't calculate that right, because you would never give anybody a $9 tip.
Didn't I tell you to keep the change?
Yeah, but I was afraid you'd have me arrested for stealing.
We better get. Hey, Dad, you better get your medication changed. Something's going bad here.
That was the same thing he told me.
I really told him that.
Yeah.
And he went out to the cashier there. She said, can you imagine, he brought me in the dinner, he told me to keep the tip, but I don't want the
Yeah,
tip.
but at the same time he told me to keep the $9 out of 20. He also told me that he went to have the muffler changed on his car. He paid the guy $130. He gave the guy $130. The bill was $129.30.
25.
$129.30.
No, 125.
No, you told me it was $129.30.
Yeah.
and he told the guy to keep the 70-cent tip, okay, on a $130 bill. So I didn't want to keep $9 on out of 20 because I knew I'd never hear the end of it.
You better start talking in that Scotch accent again.
Well, can you figure that, lad? I gave the guy 75 cents and he said, do you really mean it? I sure do.
Okay, Mom.
You're the
Anybody else want to say something?
All right, now Isabel, you got to say something nice to him this time.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know what would be nice.
Well, give him a nice kiss.
Here
on
it
his
is
birthday.
today.
Nah, never mind. Stop talking.
Give her a nice kiss. She's going to give you a nice kiss.
Get that.
Here it is in today.
Never mind.
Here it is to the dad.
All right.
That's what we like to see.
Now,
Okay, Chris.
I hope you don't lose that pocketbook tomorrow.
That's what you got to do is to laugh about things, see?
I always laugh, but
I know, that's what we want. Okay, Chris,
Let's
go
calm
ahead.
down. Chris, would you like to say something to Dad?
Nobody can
I want to say, for a guy who's almost as old as I am, you look damn good. You really do.
Almost as old as you are.
You have 40 years on me, and you look better. So, skull.
Hey, all right.
Many
Here,
more.
here.
Thanks.
Many
thanks.
more.
Kim.
Daddy, I want to tell you that I love you.
Good. I love you all.
I know.
And you
Well,
all.
let us talk first.
Okay,
Yes,
go
it's
ahead.
her turn. Larry, you have to back
Thank you
up a
for
little.
your humor and also for teaching me that if I take the time to think, there isn't anything that I can't make or fix because we're doing great, and I think it was your influence because you can fix anything. You're the bestest fixer-upper ever.
And what did I tell you when you're going down? Don't go alone.
Don't go alone.
What did I tell you to make?
I'm taking the guardian angel with me.
That's
What did I
right.
tell you to
Okay.
A dummy.
Oh, I have a blow-up man in my
Oh,
closet.
terrific! They'll think I'm a pervert on the highway.
Well, you're not supposed to blow the guy up going down the highway. You're supposed to, get him filled up before you go here.
Now, listen. When you stop, you know.
Don't you ask the guy if he wants to kick the tires?
You know what she said? She says, I'm going to make you half a
I
dummy.
remember.
You don't joke this one.
Dad, 42 years we've known each other, that long. And I want to thank you for all the things you've been. You've been a real dad.
Good.
I love this gal of yours. She's been good to me.
She's a fine gal.
Yeah, taught me how to work hard, taught me how to be a father and a good husband, and I thank you for that. Happy birthday, Dad.
Thank you. You know what I said to her?
Love you, Dad.
Thank
And
you.
I thank you for all that you've done for us and for being the starter of this big family.
And how? Yeah,
Well, I just want to say I love you too. And I'm number 2 daughter. I just want to say thanks for everything, Dad, and happy birthday.
thank you.
And God, he's worn out a lot of shoe leather walking down that aisle 6 times with 4 daughters. Could you imagine if you had more daughters? It'd be wearing out.
You need more shoes.
Good.
Very good. I just had my first accident and haven't
Oh.
Love them too.
Thank you, Henry.
Thank you for everything. Well, go over to him now.
Can you imagine?
Your husband.
It's not his birthday.
He doesn't get a kiss till his
You only get to kiss
birthday.
once a year.
Can you imagine that me married to this woman for 59 years?
Could you imagine?
This September, it'll be 60 years.
Oh.
60.
Well, you told him already.
And not a fight yet.
No, never had a fight.
Not a fight yet.
Never raised their voice to each other.
Oh, yes, we have fights.
We don't have fights. The only thing we have, she loses a pocketbook, we fight about that. I says to her, I bet the devil is inside that pocketbook. Stopping us from finding it. I can't find it.
We look everywhere. There's a new place every time. I found it. You know that pillow in the bedroom that has a hole cut in it? I found it up in there. I was putting my hand underneath the pillow, and then I said, well, let me raise it. I said, there it is. It was in that square part. It was
Oh,
just...
we got the answer to it, though. We got the answer.
Did we ever get the
She finds
Put
electronic
the beeper in the
beeper?
pocketbook, see?
Yes.
And then we go call the number, and then the pocketbook will show up.
Wouldn't that have been a good idea? But when he told me the
That'll work.
price of it, I said, forget it. $32
That's good.
No, $18 a month.
a month
For what?
to find your pocketbook.
No more fights.
Daddy,
Yeah, but
isn't
it
it
was save on
worth it?
3.5
And you
more
never
$9
lose it.
tips, Dad.
It's all you do when you lose it. we get on the phone and we call your number. Mr. Pocketbook, where are you?
The pocketbook rings.
And they'll buzz here. They call our number and we have to call up our number there.
My mom's gonna cry.
You just have to say.
225-4869. Thank you, Pocketbook. Will you keep this in mind all the time? But would that thing mean?
I don't believe I
Put it in the pocketbook.
Are they really doing
Put it in the pocketbook now. Just call up the phone. See what we're buzzing.
No,
Here, hold on to that sucker there.
Let's see how loud.
Get the pocketbook. Where's the pocketbook?
What's that?
When you see, when you watch this here.
That's a great
Great
invention.
invention.
And
Let's
you
do
are
it.
This-
an engineer.
This here's the best thing. We'd always find it. We'd never lose it. It's all you have to say, pocketbook, where are you? And you'll hear this go beep, beep, beep.
Daddy, isn't that worth $18 a month?
Daddy, give me it.
Not
Yes.
for what she got. If it was gold in there, it'd be all right.
No, but your peace of mind.
Her purse is in the closet.
No, you call up the
Putting
number.
it in there. Jim's pulling it in.
Now, listen to
Okay,
this.
okay, now let's listen.
We have to hide it. We don't know where
Now,
it
yeah,
is.
now listen.
Okay.
It'll take a
Now
while.
listen.
It'll take a while.
Yeah, but supposing it's in a
Listen
real,
for the pocketbook.
under the mattress or something.
That's jiggling.
Is it loud enough?
Spread.
The beep-a-doo?
I don't hear it then.
I don't hear nothing.
Not yet.
I just see a red dot going
No,
back and forth.
that's on the camera. That has
That
nothing-
means they're filming.
that
and
has
it's
nothing to do
blinking.
with it.
Well, what does that do?
That means it's filming.
It's going to buzz in there. Listen to it.
Not in there, in your pocketbook, wherever it is.
That's what I'm saying.
If you have to listen that close, you'll never find that pocketbook.
No, I don't think it would work. It has to be a real loud.
Here, listen. There's your pocketbook. There's your pocketbook.
Pull it out.
What is it? Hola.
See, there's your pocketbook.
It isn't too loud.
Boy,
though.
that's something.
loud
I'm
enough.
tell-
But that's not loud enough. That's it.
There's the pocketbook. See,
But it only
now,
goes that long?
That's it.
if you hide at
Yeah,
any
you keep
place in the
calling.
house, you'll
Yeah,
hear
cool.
Cost you $5,000 a month for the phone, no. $18 a month for the beeper.
and we wouldn't have to curse at each other.
You still don't have to curse at each other.
Happy birthday to you. I've got to go to that dinner.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
And I'm sure I might see you within a day or two.
Thank you for everything.
Okay?
All right.
Have a
And don't
nice
eat all the
time.
ice cream because you
Have a nice time where
Okay.
you're going.
Okay. I hope I can get out.
Did you pick me up? Pick me up. Both of them. One guy on one side, one on the other. And my knee was scratched.
His knee is very
Good thing you have strong bones. Remember when they took the x-rays, they said you got the bones of a 40-year-old? Good thing,
Yeah.
because he could have broken a
Just
hip
broke a
or...
hip or anything, sure.
Yeah.
What's in here?
Presents
Money.
for the baby.
Mommy has brand new bras.
Oh, geez.
Thank you for sharing that with us, Camille.
I think that was wonderful.
Happy birthday for crying out loud.
Let me
They were my wagon broke. I can't do nothing with that.
What
does
does
it
it say?
Read
Look what they give me. In other words, I gotta take this to bed with me, and I have to make out her.
What is her? Let's see
What
it,
is
Daddy.
her?
Pull the
Let
card
me
up.
see it.
Oh my
Ooh.
goodness.
What's
Oh.
it say,
Can you
though?
imagine that?
Read what
There's
does it
nothing.
say.
You should have got me in my prime when you give me this thing. Boy, oh boy. Then they wonder why men leave home. Oh, God.
But
You
what
didn't
did
read
it
the
say?
card. You gotta read the outside of the card first, Daddy.
Outside?
Right in
No.
front.
I'm starting. Oh.
Right here.
That's where you start.
Oh. It says, happy birthday. Does this picture give you any ideas? Woo.
She's
I had
thrilled
the
to
idea.
death.
Now, happy 88th birthday. What is that, a B in the front? D-Day, B-Day. I can't make
B-Day means birthday,
Oh,
yes.
B-Day.
Happy B-Day. Happy
A
bidet.
bidet?
You know what a bidet
Happy
is?
bidet.
Oh my
To
God.
a special dad. This day will always be remembered as we will be taking you from childhood to adulthood on video. Love, Gene, and
Jim.
That's
Gee,
great.
Jim. Who's that guy?
Well, it said, did this card give you any ideas? What's the punchline now?
It's-
The picture give you any ideas? And what does it say?
Dude, the pitch line, they give me ideas that I can't do nothing with it. What am I going to do with it?
Here's the answer.
Good. You're not as old as I thought.
Huh?
Have a good one.
There you go. So that they took you from childhood to adultery, is that so?
Adultery. Boy,
That's a
look
good
at that
card.
though. My goodness.
Nice body,
Can
huh?
you imagine that is? Remember those days?
Hey, I had a better one than
You're,
that.
she had a better one. Good for you, Mama.
Yeah, we had.
She
good
had more
times.
curves.
That's how we got 4 daughters. I kept looking for a son. I couldn't find him. I wanted to break him in repairing cars, so I wouldn't have to do all the work.
I would have learned. I would have learned. I didn't want to do housework. I would have worked on cars. Anything to get out of housework.
That isn't yours, is
Yes,
it?
it is. It's his
There it is.
birthday.
Where the hell do you start?
He had a small
Slide it out,
box.
Dad. Dad, just take it out. No,
He
no.
had a
No,
small
it's-
box.
Just open it.
It's
It's only,
taken.
no, it's only grass. That's it.
Oh. Oh, look at this.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Why? Do I have to wear these shirts?
Jacket.
It's not a shirt,
A
is it?
jacket?
Jacket.
Oh, that's fine.
That's
Oh,
nice.
that's, now I can wear this instead of that Caravetta name.
It's gorgeous. You should try
Oh,
it.
that's
What
nice.
Caravetta name?
You know, at the lake,
Oh, the Clean the Lake.
And it says-
cheese.
Grandpa or something, I don't know. They all say that when I get to them, you know. This is
Very
nice.
nice.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
You're welcome.
Very, very nice. And
Yeah.
it has a hood too.
Oh.
Here we go. Here we go. There you go.
Yeah, very good. I appreciate it. I know you guys always mean
I
good
really feel sleepy.
and I always mean good to you guys too.
You don't believe it.
I wish I could do more for you, but if I won the lottery, you guys wouldn't have to worry no more.
Oh, sure.
That's a
Yeah, I
fact.
would. I'd have all the guys chasing me. It's not my money.
Then you wouldn't know whether it was for your body or for your money.
Right.
Jeez,
Right.
man.
It would be for your body.
Oh,
We don't
thank you,
have-
Mom. I always
We don't
loved
have-
you.
we don't have lots of money.
I always
We wouldn't
thought
be
you
able to
didn't
go.
like me.
You didn't read
Teasing
the
you.
front, Daddy.
Teasing
No,
you.
no. Look at the front and you got it. Okay.
Autographs, I can't see so good. I gotta have the microphone,
Read it, can't you?
magnifying glass. The color makes it.
Dad, you've always been our hero. Could we have your autograph?
Oh, I'm sturdy.
And you sign here.
Oh, I'm
But when
sorry.
you open it up, it's a check.
And what is the sign? Oh my
Dad,
God.
pay to Cam and Chris Dentato $1 million.
Sign here.
You gotta sign here. Don't sign
No, $1
it.
million of love. $1 million of what? Of love and caring.
Where? No, it just says $1 million.
It says
Oh,
that.
of love
Love
and
and
caring.
caring on the
Right.
bottom.
You want me to read this? Can you read this?
No, it's too small. I can't.
Dearest Dad, there is no amount of money that could ever repay all you have given us over the years, emotionally and financially. Your creative mind continues to be an inspiration. And whenever we were at a loss, you always knew how to make things right. Your humor and laughter are forever imprinted in our minds and our hearts. And the love you have extended us will always bring happy thoughts of the bestest dad in the world. Happy 88 years young. All our love, Cam and Chris.
Boy,
Almost got you, didn't we?
That's very nice.
boy. 88.
88. 88.
Don't tell nobody.
He
No
always
one
says
would
don't tell
believe it,
anybody.
Daddy, anyway.
Everybody knows.
She's 80. She's right behind me, but she'll never catch up to me.
Boy, I'm not telling him how old I am.
Jesus.
I know you're going to like this, so you can't yell at me.
Oh, I think I know what it is.
Boy, I have to look into this pocketbook business. We'll never lose it then. It's all we have to do with it.
Why don't you start carrying a pocketbook and then you wouldn't have to worry about it?
She won't let me.
She won't let you carry it?
She thinks I rob her. Or do I rob you?
Come on, what is this? Don't talk about that. Only talk about good things.
Oh, this is a perfume. Oh,
That's the
you want
nice
to smell nice?
Oh, put it on, put
That's
it on.
for you, Popsy.
Let's
You
smell
know, I
it.
went into a doctor's office. You know what? Nancy,
No, who? Not me.
Nancy,
Nancy
wait a
Leibowitz,
minute. Let me
Leibowitz.
think. Now, let me think.
No, there's
Leibowitz. She lived in Yonkers. See, we used to go there and see her. She had a dog there. She bite your hand off you when you put a piece of food down. And when I come out, there was one of these perfumes in the yard, you know. I picked it up and I thought it was a disinfectant.
Deodorizer. He's using
the
your
disinfectant
corporate
thing. Every time I went to the toilet, I go. So I put some of this under my arm.
A what?
Very
Very
expensive.
expensive.
You use it for deodorant too?
Yeah, I put it on under my arm, and I went to the doctor's office there, and the nurse was checking me out, you know. She said, gee, you smell nice.
You probably
You
did.
did. You probably smelled wonderful.
She did.
Did you have your arms up?
No, I had the shirt off and everything.
Whoa. Temperature?
No, she was taking my upper part. Boy, you smell nice.
Checking your upper part.
Yeah, from here up.
Nobody eyes.
Don't get in their face.
Let me get your hand. Let me get my hand on you. The other hand. When you go up
That's for you. That's
listen,
for you,
when you
Dad.
go up to Santa tomorrow, boy, they're gonna say, boy,
She
you
doesn't
smell
go to
just
Santa
like your
tomorrow.
husband.
She's going to dinner with him. You never put perfume on
It
this
doesn't go
arm.
under your arm,
Oh,
Daddy.
you don't smell nothing. No, wait a minute, I
go
want
on
to
the
smell
floor.
it.
Yeah,
I'm not
do
gonna
it.
squirt it. I'm not gonna squirt it. What's the matter?
Just
You
smell
think
it.
I'm
Just
not
smell
with
it.
Yes.
Yeah,
nice, right?
right. Matter of
Isn't
fact.
it nice?
I don't smell nothing.
Uh-oh, water.
My goodness, your
Here.
nose is blocked. It's real, isn't it? It's a
Can
real
you
nice smell.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, let him open his other present
I will,
before you
I
keep
will.
waiting.
Let me just give you this.
Now smell your hand. Does it smell nice?
I smell it over
It does smell.
I don't smell
Oh my
anything.
goodness, what the hell is
I
this?
can't smell.
You know how I found out that
See if you smell it.
what the bottle was?
Now I smell it. It smells nice after it dries.
I went to the hospital and I took it with me. I said, boy, I'm going to spread it around a bit. So
He wanted the nurses to help him.
there was a male nurse there. He says, boy, you got some perfume there. He said, do you know that costs about $35? Yeah, oh, look at this. Look at this.
What is it?
Let me see.
Let me see it. May you be in heaven, Mom.
Oh, it's your mom.
Yeah.
Turn it around so I can get in the picture.
Boy,
It's
nice.
too far away.
No, I'll get a close up. Just keep holding it up.
Hold it straight up.
Oh no, the light's hitting it wrong. Cam, hold it.
Oh, it's flaring.
Boy, she worked hard.
Tip
boy,
it,
I'm telling
tip
you.
it.
Oh, God,
Okay.
you talk about.
Okay,
Put this on top of there.
very
Talk about
nice. Kim,
working hard
get the
on
other
it.
picture. Here's Mommy and Daddy today.
Huh?
And here's
We're-
Mommy and Daddy
We're lovey-dovey.
when they were younger.
We're-
No,
Happy birthday,
Dad
Dad.
said it wasn't
Make
full of
these.
ice.
Daddy, we love you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Wait, he got one more.
No, he did
This
it
is
nice.
nice. Oh, to my heart, dude.
That's in front of it. That's
I miss her.
Flowers.
Yep.
It's his hand.
She was saying,
That's the old church.
No, it's, he said it wasn't a church, it was like
Angelo, you're the smartest one of the family.
that's
We're
what
gonna
we
send
said
you
too,
to
that's what Jack thought.
High
It
school,
was-
you know, college. They didn't have a pot.
I gotta get one of
They
those.
would have sent you if they could have.
Jack-
You are smart,
I
Nina.
can
You
always
always
take
have
pictures.
been.
That's how I got the picture of Dad's
Right.
mom. I
Your
took a
number
picture
what?
of the
Family?
picture.
I'm the last one.
What
What
that
was that?
Yeah, Jack made these for us for Christmas.
13? Yes, wasn't, did you say you number 13 of the family?
My mother had 14,
Did she? 14?
and the whole
children?
14 is dead. I'm the last one left.
All of them died, huh?
I'm the last one
Did
left.
you remember some of their names?
I don't know.
God. I know
No, she
Jenny,
wouldn't remember
Jenny.
the names
I was only a kid. Now, they couldn't explain names to me, you know. I was asking her, what's your name and what's my father's name, Lord have mercy, it was
I think he did.
Stanislaw.
Yeah.
Stanislaw, you ever hear that name?
It doesn't sound Italian to me.
I know it
sounds
don't.
like Russian or something.
Well, I took her for Stanley,
Yeah,
see? And my mother took
Came up.
that for Sila.
Sila, I know.
How could I understand? They couldn't speak English good, they couldn't explain the names to me good,
It's nice.
and what was I supposed to do? I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
That's why I'm so far behind in knowing their names. Now, if they were speaking English and could explain the names, how they were to me, I'd know. I didn't even know my last name. I went to school by Angelo Flower.
How did you get flour? How did they ever start using that?
Fragola, when I went to work in the carpet shop, I went over in St. Anthony's to get my birth certificate, and it had Angelo Fragola.
Yeah.
So I had to stick to Fragola. But in school, it's Angelo Flower.
What grade did you go up to?
I got put in the 7th, and I never went back.
Oh, you went to the 7th grade.
Yeah.
Oh, so that was longer than
No,
most
7th.
people.
7th.
That's because he was very smart.
Yeah. And when I come out, I went to work right away, right in the carpet shop, $15 a week. And
Now I get more than that an hour, imagine.
$15 a week. Boy, I'm telling you. And I figured my people wasn't making any money, and she was saying, no, you're going to go to school, you know, just what she couldn't mention, college, because she never seen the inside of a school, you know. And how were they going to send me to college or wherever they were going to send me without no money? Do you understand what I mean? And they kept saying, I was the smartest, I was the smartest. And when they had letters, I got some Italian letters somewheres around the house that she used to bring down the bottom of Chestnut Street for the people to read them in Italian to her. She knew. So I don't know. Sure. Boy, she was, I'm telling you, she used to carry onion baskets. I don't know if he's ever seen them. They're made with ribs like in them, like that. They're open. You get, in other words, you got one ribbon going this way and one rib going this way of the wood. You know, understand what I mean? And all around it, that, you know, it was wide enough to pick it up, but you could put your fingers and anything in there. And she'd put that on her head.
Yeah, balance.
And she'd carry, over here she'd have a few apples, over here she'd have some bananas, over here she'd have some peaches, and different stuff. Well, how much could she sell? You know, things was, you know, cheap then too. Well, I mean, it was tough to get, like, you know. And she used to go from house to house with the basket on her head. She'd climb up those stairs without just holding the rail and wouldn't touch the thing on her head.
Balance.
And get up the top of the, and she's puffing away there.
Let's go. One more card.
And the people, you know, feel sorry for her. What can I do for you, lady? And she couldn't speak so good English. I got a nicer fruit to here. You want to buy? And let me see. So by the time she get there, maybe there was about 10 peaches or 10 bananas or whatever the hell it was, you know. And she saw them. They said, I haven't got no money. She said, that's all right. I send her my boy to get the money, you know. Nice to go collecting the bills, to go house. Would you believe it? Some of those people didn't even pay me the bills. And it was cheap.
Yeah.
Everything cheap. I was going from house to house.
People didn't have
because
money.
I knew the house. It was tough, I'm telling you. Jesus. You talk about tough, boy. From your daughter, Dad. Oh, this one I can see. Happy birthday with love. Dear Dad, all of my life you've always been there. Helping, advising, and sharing with care. And all of my life I'll always be glad to have someone as special as you for my dad. 88 years young. Thanks for all you have given me, all you have given of yourself. With love, Nancy. Very good. See?
Happy birthday.
And I always wish I could have more to take care of you all. So I can't.
You did a
You've given
wonderful
us
job,
everything.
Dad.
I can't.
Can't give any more than that. You gonna say that's all, folks, now, John?
I tried.
Give us a Donald Duck, Daddy.
That's all, folks.
Give us a Donald Duck or a whatever.
I used to do it real good. You couldn't tell the difference between Donald Duck and me.
That's right.
Well, go ahead, do something.
Even Daisy Duck, you couldn't tell a difference.
Now,
Get it on
Donald
camera.
Duck reciting Mary Had a Little Lamb. I used to do it. I was on the programs in Eastern Aircraft. They were building planes. And I was on all the programs
the lunch periods in different parts of the plant, doing all the imitations I knew. Boy, and I knew a lot of them, I tell you. I played a harmonica, rolling out the barrels, and they used that for a team song in the orchestras. And the letter I got from, well, I got the letter home yet, that mimicking, that I done a very good job with. I'll have to show you these things I got home.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
very nice. You're gonna say, that's all, folks? That's all, folks.
Did you enjoy your party?
Very good. I thank yous all. Yous all are very nice, very, very nice. I have no kick with any of yous.
Good.
And I try to help yous all, but I can't help
Well, you
everybody.
certainly
I'm
have.
trying. If I was to win the sweepstake, none of yous would have to worry about money.
You did a good job,
You
both
know?
of you.
Money
Both of
isn't
you.
everything.
That's
that
right,
is-
money isn't everything.
That is all, folks. My daughters was Nancy, Jean, Dolores, and Camille. I thank yous very much for giving this precious birthday to me.
Oh, thank
Happy
you,
birthday.
Daddy. Happy birthday.
To
Happy
me,
birthday.
and good health to one and all,
Thank you.
including you.
Yeah.
And I always, you know what I said? Believe it or not, I swear to God. I get in there and says, God bless, where?
God bless America.
Just, no.
Let's have Mommy sing God Bless America. Come on. God.
No, let him say what he's trying to say.
Listen. God bless, God. That I'm still laying down and I can think of it. Most Sacred Heart of Jesus and St. Jude. Have mercy on the poor souls in purgatory. On the poor, the sick, disabled, senior citizens, and my wife, Isabel Fragola, I always mention your name. Please help her a little bit, just a little, that she remember wherever she puts her pocketbook. I'm telling you, I swear to God, I do that every night on the poor souls in purgatory and all the poor souls in purgatory. And I say it good in bed, I forget it now. Including Mrs. Dentata, Mrs. Caravetta, and all the little babies in this world.
And what about your other daughters?
I say that to them all, about them all. So, and then I, see, when I'm trying to think of it, I can't. And I tell you, when I'm saying that night, it falls right into place. And then I say, thank you, God, Most Sacred Heart of Jesus, and St. Jude. Thank you for everything.
Now give your wife a kiss and we'll close this camera off.
Are you going to kiss me goodnight?
Yeah.
Sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
I don't have any.